Welcome back to another episode of Shifty's 49ers Talk. It's your boy Shifty coming at you with another one. So yesterday, the NFL released its schedule for the 2022 season. So that means today we're going to talk about the 49ers schedule for the upcoming 2022 season. It's no secret that the 49ers, we do have a very difficult schedule for the 2022 season. Playing in the NFC West, playing the Rams twice, playing the Cardinals twice is not easy. We also play the Seahawks twice, of course, and although without Russell Wilson, they may not be as good as years past, I don't think that they'll be as bad as some people expect them to be. Plus, going into Seattle, always a tough matchup. Then we also play the AFC West, which when you consider all the additions made to that division this offseason, could very well be the best division in football. Then we play games against the Buccaneers with Tom Brady coming back. We also play the Saints, who have a great defense. And then we play the Miami Dolphins with Mike McDaniel, among some other teams too. Now, there are some positives, though, going into the 2022 season. Being an NFC team, we actually have 9 home games and 8 road games. And here's the thing, one of our road games at Arizona is actually going to be in Mexico City. So when you really break it down, it's 9 home games, 7 road games, and then 1 neutral game. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised in Mexico City if there's more 49er fans than Cardinal fans. So in that sense, we really got to like it. Another thing that I like a lot too is that we have our bye week right smack in the middle of the season, week 9, so it really allows us to kind of have split the season in 2, and it gives us a good rest right in the middle of the season. So overall, very, very happy with that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to get in and kind of talk game by game. I'm not going to give any predictions in this video. We're going to talk game by game, and then what we're also going to do is we're going to talk where the Niners do have some advantages with the schedule and where there are a couple of disadvantages as well. The 49ers will open the 2022 season at the Chicago Bears. And honestly, I think this is a great situation for the 49ers. Number one, we play at Chicago in September, so it's not going to be December. It's not going to be freezing cold weather. So I think it's a great time to go at Chicago. Not only that, it'll be head coach Matt Eberflus, his first game as an NFL head coach. So this will be somewhat reminiscent of last year when we played Detroit week 1. Dan Campbell's first year as a head coach, very much a rebuilding team. So I think this is a fantastic time to get the Bears while they're still adjusting to Eberflus's system. And I think this is a great opportunity for Trey Lance to build some confidence as we go into the rest of the season. I'll be very, very curious to see what Kyle Shanahan and DeMeco Ryans dial up for week 1 against the Chicago Bears. Week 2, we have Seattle at home. Now, we actually do have quite a bit of an advantage in this game because Russell Wilson is no longer a Seahawk. But not only that, week 1, Seattle will actually be playing on Monday Night Football against the Denver Broncos with Russell Wilson. So they're going to be playing us on a short week in week 2. And honestly, although, look, I'm never going to say any game against Seattle is a gimme because, let's be real, they definitely have ownage on us over the last maybe 10 years, you could argue. But I think this is a game that's very winnable, and it will really give Trey some confidence if we can come away with a win against a division rival. Week 3, we go at Denver, Sunday Night Football. Look, I don't know who's going to win this game. I'm not making any predictions right now, but that's going to be one hell of a game to watch, and I just can't wait to stream it, can't wait to watch it. It's going to be an awesome game. We followed that game up with another really good one. We're going to be playing the Rams at home week 4 on Monday Night Football, so back-to-back prime time games. So really excited for that. You know, this is our chance to get some revenge for the NFC Championship game. I think the team is going to be really, really fired up, looking to take down those Rams week 4. So week 5 and week 6, we're going to be on the road for both of those games. The first is going to be at Carolina, then at Atlanta. My guess, and I would envision the 49ers would like to stay on the East Coast after the Carolina game, so they stay in that time zone and then play Atlanta. You know, Carolina to Georgia, not very far, so we'll probably stay somewhere on the East Coast, train out there for the week, and then play Atlanta. Both of those teams, it's very winnable games. In week 5, though, the Carolina Panthers do have an advantage. Not only are we going to be traveling all the way across the country to play them, but we'll be playing Monday Night Football against the Rams the week before. So it's going to be on a short week, on the East Coast time zone. So definitely a tricky game. I do think that the 49ers are a more talented team than Carolina, and I like our coaching staff a lot more than Carolina's. But with those factors added in, I think it's going to be a close game. We play Atlanta. They're very much in a rebuilding mode. So if we don't win that game, then I'd be very surprised. Because after that game, and this is when the schedule starts getting real tough, we're going to be playing the Kansas City Chiefs at home week 7. Again, like the Broncos game, this is just going to be a game that I can't wait to watch, and I'm really hoping that we can get some revenge for that Super Bowl matchup that still haunts me to this day. Week 8 and our last game before our bye week is going to be at the Rams. Now, the Rams actually have an advantage in this one simply because they'll be coming off a bye week. So they're going to have extra time to prepare for us. They'll have fresh bodies. You know, it's one thing because it's a divisional game and we've played the Rams so many times in recent years that it's not like they're going to be able to surprise us with anything too much, I would think. But overall, they're going to be rested. They're going to be ready to go, especially if we can beat them in week 4. Then we're going to be on our bye week. And in the next part of the video, we're going to talk about the second half of the schedule. Into the second half of the season, week 10, we will be playing at home against the LA Chargers, and this is going to be just another fantastic game. I think it's going to be, the ball's going to be moving up and down the field. There's going to be crazy big plays. There's star players all over the field. Another game where I just really can't wait to see that matchup. Chargers, 49ers, Sunday Night Football. It's going to be awesome. After that, we're going to be playing at Arizona on Monday Night Football, which is really in Mexico City. So it's really a neutral ground game. And honestly, I'm really not going to be surprised if Niner fans outnumber the Cardinal fans over there. So I think it's a really great situation when you factor in that we've already, being an NFC team, we're already going to have more home games than road games. So after that, we're going to have 3 games in a row at home. It's going to be the Saints. Now, look, this is going to be a tough game. Their defense is fantastic. They added some weapons in the offseason. They drafted Chris Olave. They just signed Jarvis Landry. Their defense is amazing. So the big question with the Saints will be quarterback play. And of course, there's no Sean Payton anymore. But we will be on a short week, so we cannot underestimate the Saints by any means. After that, we're going to have the Miami Dolphins at home, welcoming back Mike McDaniel, Raheem Mostert, Trent Sherfield, to name a few. And then in this home stretch, we're also going to have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Tom Brady playing at the 49ers. That's going to be another really good game. And it just goes to show you how hard the schedule is. But hey, you know, it's one of those things where by the time we get to the playoffs, we will be battle tested. So here's the thing, though. In the Bucks game, we will have a bit of an advantage simply because the Bucks will be playing Monday Night Football the week before. Then they'll have to travel all the way across country to the West Coast to play the 49ers. We then have the Seattle Seahawks at Seattle Thursday Night Football. So it is going to be a short week for both teams, obviously. After that, week 16, we have the Washington Commanders, and we will have a little bit of an advantage here simply because we would have played Thursday Night Football the week before. So we'll have an extra 3-4 days to recover, and then we'll have the Commanders at home. Week 17, New Year's Day. This is going to be awesome at the Raiders, Las Vegas. The tickets are already going for $600-$700. It's going to be a great matchup between two teams who, you know, are really looking to compete seriously for a Super Bowl, and it's great to see it. We're going to finish off the season at home against the Cardinals. This hasn't been announced yet whether it's going to be a primetime game or not. It's going to for sure depend on like this, records of both teams, if there's playoff implications, things like that. So overall, look, it's a very tough schedule. We play a lot of very good teams, but mentioned earlier, I think the schedule has worked out really well for us. So when you factor in after week 7, we're not going to have to travel to the East Coast at all. We're going to travel to Mexico City, we're going to travel to LA, Seattle, Vegas, all very, very short flights. No major crazy change in time zone compared to teams like who play in Europe, for example, or some of the West Coast teams traveling to the East Coast more frequently. Some of the disadvantages we do have to talk about. So week 5 at Carolina, we're on a short week and we're traveling to the East Coast. Week 8 at the Rams, they're going to be coming off a bye week, so that's going to be tough. And then week 12 against the Saints, we'll be on a short week after playing Monday Night Football in Mexico City. But let's finish off with some advantages we're going to have this season. So week 2 against Seattle, they're going to be on a short week playing Monday Night Football. Week 10, we'll be coming off a bye week against the Chargers. Week 14, there'll be a short week for the Buccaneers as they travel to us. And then week 17, we'll be coming off a Thursday Night Football game against the Washington Commanders. So we should have the edge there. Overall, look, I'm not going to make predictions yet. I'm going to wait till we get closer to the season for that in terms of game-by-game predictions and overall record predictions. But I think when you consider our opponents, this has worked out really, really well for us. We get all of our traveling done in the first half of the year. Our big teams that we travel to and we travel far is going to be Chicago, Carolina, Atlanta. All these teams are either rebuilding or there's major question marks. So overall, I'm really happy with this schedule. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments of what you think of the 49ers schedule, what you think is maybe our toughest stretch in the schedule. To me, I'd probably have to say just Chiefs at Rams back-to-back, especially that at Rams game. They're going to be coming off a bye, so that's going to be really, really tough for us. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts on it. And yeah, I'm going to have a couple more videos coming out in the next week or two. It's really a little bit of a dead zone right now in terms of the off season. And yes, I'm still working on my project. Work has just been really busy, so I've been sidetracked there a little bit. But overall, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments. And I'm going to say 2 things right now. The butt counts. I'm going to catch y'all on the flip side.